I have a great one for you all today. It is a $50,000 grant. And I want you to know a grant like this doesn't come around too often. So it's very important that you lock in. And so if you're new to grants, let me quickly explain. Grants is debt-free money that you can use to start, fund, and grow your business. And what's unique about grants is that when you receive the money, you don't have to pay it back, which is so much better than traditional types of funding like business credit and loans, which not only require you to pay back the principal, but also interest. And so with grants, you don't have to worry about any of that. And today, this $50,000 grant can completely change your life. And when I saw that the application was free to apply and it was open to a wide range of businesses, I knew I had to share it with you. And so I'm gonna walk you through how grants work, how to get grant ready, share with you the key details you need to know about this $50,000 grant. Then I'll share with you some common mistakes that I see business owners do all the time that completely hurts their chances of actually winning the money. And then lastly, I'll cover how you can use AI to help you apply to grants easier and faster than ever before. And so if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. So first, let me explain how grants work. And so you first want to start off with finding a grant that you're a good fit for. And oftentimes grants will have eligibility criteria that goes over your background, your industry, as well as the purpose and mission of your business. And so you want to align you and your business to the mission and vision of that of the grant sponsor or the organization that's funding the grant. And so once you make sure you're aligned, then it's time to fill out an application. And so when it comes to corporate grants specifically, the application takes about 15 to 30 minutes of your time if you're grant ready. If you're not grant ready, it can take hours of your time. And so if you come to the application already prepared, it makes the grant process that much easier. And so now let me talk about how to be grant ready. And so before you go to apply to a grant, you want to have a few things in order. You first want to have a business plan. This is a clear outline on what your business does, who it serves, how you plan on growing the business, and its funding needs. And so with that business plan in hand, it makes it 10 times easier to fill out the grant application. You also want to have an LLC in place. An LLC stands for a limited liability company. This is by far the easiest business entity to set up. And if you use a business formation service like Zen Business, you can get this set up in less than 10 minutes of your time. If you'd like to learn more, you can access all resources in the description below. And so now that you have your business plan as well as your LLC, the next step is to have a dedicated business checking account, as this will show the funders you're serious about your business. And nowadays with online banking, you can get an account set up for free. And right now, my partner Bluevine is offering my audience a $500 sign-up bonus. And so when it comes to standing out in these grant applications, you want to do 3 key things. First, you want to make sure you have a clear budget breakdown. This is where every dollar is allocated towards an expense that will in turn help your business grow. And so with $50,000, you can break it up into 5 different categories for $10,000 each. And you can spend it on marketing, hiring new employees, paying for equipment, AI training, or Facebook ads. Whatever the expense is, you do need to clearly break it down in the grant application. Secondly, you want to have a clear understanding of how your business positively impacts the community. And so what I found across thousands of grants is that it doesn't have to be big, but it has to be something that shows you are adding value to the people around you. And then lastly, what I would say is most important is that you let your personality shine. You are unique, authentic, and talented. Nobody else with the 8 billion people on this planet is like you. And the judges need to feel that and hear that passion when they read your grant application. And so if you walk in with these 3 things top of mind, you're setting yourself up to be better than 99% of the other grant applicants. And so they've chosen to give out 5 grants, one worth $50,000 and 4 smaller grants worth $5,000 $4,000 each for a total of $70,000. And oftentimes when you win a grant, it doesn't just come with the money. It comes with connections, resources, and a network that'll help you scale your business that much more. And so when it comes to the eligibility criteria or what they're looking for in the best applicants, you first do need to be a US resident and have a US based small business. The way they define a small business is an organization that has 5 or less locations with less than 99 full or part-time employees. And so most businesses, especially the ones that I work with, meet this requirement. And so to give yourself the best chance when it comes to applying for this grant, you do want to apply before the deadline, which is July 31st of 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so once you submit the grant application, the process doesn't stop there. They will reach out to the finalists in late September, in which you have 48 hours to respond. And so what I wouldn't want to see happen is that you do everything right. You give them a standout application, but you fail to check your email in a timely manner. Let's now go over the 3 common mistakes I see in grant applications. The first one is not responding to the question in its entirety. And so with this grant, you'll have 2 short response questions that ask you to give a response 750 words or less. And so what I see business owners do is respond in less than 100 words, which is not what you want to do. You want to get close to that 750 word limit. And I would personally recommend you go anywhere between 650 to 730 because you really want to use the space they've given you to showcase your business. And oftentimes the responses that are less than 100 words don't give us enough to clearly understand the business and its mission. The second mistake I see is letting the judges see that you've used AI. And so while I recommend you use AI, you don't want the judges to know you've used AI. And one of the easiest telltale signs is including asterisks in your grant responses. And so I personally know it's an easy mistake to make, but you do want to make sure you go over and you review your responses carefully before you submit the application. And then the last mistake I see is not including enough detail about you, your business, and your vision for where you see your business going. Because at the end of the day, what's truly going to help you stand out is how you infuse your personality and how you make the grant judges feel, because the cause and purpose you care about is just too important not to invest in. And so if you need some help with this, that's where AI can step in. There's 3 beginner-friendly ways I recommend you use AI. First, I would recommend you use AI to assess how likely you are of winning the grant. The way you would do that is to feed information to ChatGPT about the previous winners. And so once it understands the previous winners and your business, then it can show you how likely you are to win. Secondly, you can use ChatGPT to act as your grant writer. It can help you write sentences that are clear and easier to understand. And then I would lastly use AI to be your grant judge. And so what I would recommend is that you go to the terms and conditions and you look at the scoring rubric where it clearly outlines how the judges will score your grant application. You're then going to put that rubric into ChatGPT and say, grade my grant responses based off the scoring rubric and give me specific ways I can improve my answer. Before you fill out a single question, you want to make sure you have your mindset right. You need that energy and confidence that anything is possible and that your business is amazing. All it needs is a little investment to really take it to the next level. And so with that kind of confidence, you are now ready to apply. And so what you first want to do is read all about the AT&T Small Business Grant. And so we see when we first get to the page, it does say that they're giving out $50,000 and more. We can also be inspired by past winners, which I gave you a prompt to help you analyze this information so that you can then write the best application possible. And then when we go further down, that's where we get into the juicy details about this grant. And so they've broken the application into 4 steps. The first one will be based off eligibility. And so this is just a quick check to make sure you're eligible for the grant. And so you want to say you are a small business or you're nominating one, as well as you're a small business registered in the US. And so once you select that you meet all of these requirements, then you can continue to the grant application itself. If you really want me to go in depth and answer each question, comment deep dive below. And so now I do believe you have the confidence to go out and apply to this $50,000 grant. Let me know if you have any questions at all in the comments below, and make sure to check out the video right here for the best business checking account.